Hello, friends. It's the grumpy old man broadcasting from WDWL TV on Grumpy Vulture Boulevard in Studio B. And oh my God, have I got a story to tell you? You ain't gonna believe it. You ain't gonna believe it. And had it not happened to me, I wouldn't believe it. I have, like many seniors, what they call the Obama phone. It's that federal program where you get free talk and text, free phone. Yeah, free phone. I don't know where they get these phones from. My previous phone, which I accidentally sat on, was a eWoo or a woo woo or something like that. Woo woo eWoo. WUUU, something like that. It was like EWUUU, EWU. So as a replacement, I got this Shock Volt. That's what it is. Shock. And the model is the Volt. It's a Shock Volt. Okay? Not the smartest smartphones in the world. Because it doesn't have the Google Play Store. And you can't upload the Google Play Store. It won't take it. Will not take it. I tried. I went online. I tried sneaking in the back door. Nope. Now, before we get into the story of what I went through today, not to mention what you're not going to believe, I was joyfully surprised to see that I'd come up to 29 subscribers. 29. So, number 29, God love you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But can we get the big 3-0? Can I get one more? I won't beg for a while. One more. I want one more. Big 3-0. Like I say, number 29, whoever you are, thank you very much. You made my day. Now I need somebody to make my day tomorrow. And I won't ask for a while. Now, with that out of the way, here comes the story. Like Paul Harvey used to say, and now for the rest of the story. Back eons ago, we got what they call the Obama phones because President Obama signed the bill, giving us these free phones, which I appreciate. It's great to have a second emergency backup phone. I use this when I'm charging my regular cell, but this is talk about waste. Government waste. Although I think they get these phones for like $1.50, because anybody I talk to, nobody ever heard of Shock. That was the same thing before I broke the other one, eWoo, or woo woo or whatever. Nobody heard of that. And when I said my replacement is a shock, they said, yeah, we know it's a shock to get a replacement. I said, no, it's a shock. It's a shock volt. So I'm talking on my shock volt and not paying attention. Yeah, the cell phone provider that provides this, which there's a lot of these Obama phone providers, but this one, they send a shitload of junk mail. So the first week of December, when I just, my fault, I just pitched it. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, more goddamn junk from them. Well, it turns out that was an important piece of mail. Because last Sunday, I went to use my Obama phone. There's certain people I call on that phone. I had no service. Nothing. The only thing I could dial was 911. I was like, what the hell? I was just on the phone 2 weeks ago. Well, something that I forgot because it was a year ago. They have a cutoff where you have to make one more phone call by a certain date. It was December 23rd. No matter how many phone calls I made during the month, I had to make one more on December 23rd. Well, I didn't know that because I threw the shit away. My fault. Okay, dumbass old man. Well, that was a very important piece of junk mail because my phone got deactivated. And getting through to this carrier, it would be easier for me to read a Chinese dictionary than to get a live person through the I thought AT&T was bad with their automated answering machine. This one's worse. And then they tell you to go to the website, and when you go to the website, if you're deactivated, it tells you to call the carrier. It's just one vicious circle. Well, luckily, an hour ago, I got through. I got a live person. Not too easy to understand, but I got a live person. So she checks the account and she says, oh my, you are deactivated. I said, yeah, I know that. That's why I'm calling. She says, okay, let me get some information. We give her all the information. She puts me on hold. She comes back and goes, all right, your account is reactivated. Here is a confirmation number. You got something to write with? I said, yep. You got a piece of paper? Yep. So she gives me the confirmation number. Okay. So then she says, turn the phone off, wait 5 minutes, turn the phone back on, it'll be working again. Cool. I can do that. So I shut the phone off, and just to be on the safe side, I wait 10 minutes. I turn the phone back on, and to check to see if it is working, I called my cell phone. Now, I'm holding my shock bolt, and it's ringing, and it's ringing, and it's ringing. But my cell phone isn't ringing. The screen didn't turn on. So the call isn't going through. Next thing I know, a person answers. Another one I couldn't really understand that said, "Thank you for calling XYZ Wireless." I was like, why did this go to you? The phone is turned back on. The girl says, "Well, you don't have any more minutes. You need to top up." I said, "Top up? I just topped up. I'm reactivated. I got a confirmation number." "No, you need to top up." "What do you mean, top up?" "Well, you need to go like, do you have a Family Dollar near you?" I said, "Yes." "Well, you need to buy a card." I said, I never bought a card before. What do you mean buy a card? What? You gotta top up your account. You don't have any more minutes, no money. I said, I never put money on my. I said, "Ma'am, not to give you a hard time, but I says, I was just on and I got a confirmation number." She says, "Well, yeah, that's for your new phone." I said, "I don't need a new phone. I got a phone." "Well, you can't use that one unless you top up." And she said, "Just top up a little bit until you get your new phone." I said, "I'm confused as hell. Can I talk with a supervisor?" She says, "Well, if you must, hold on." So a couple minutes goes by and a woman comes on the phone that I can understand. Oh, thank God. I says, "I need you to explain something that isn't making any sense." She says, "Well, what isn't making any sense?" I says, "Well, my phone got shut off." But I says, "It got reactivated. But I can't make a call because they're telling me I need to top up. But I have a confirmation number." Get this. Once your phone is shut off, it no longer qualifies for the free Obama phone service. Now, it is turned back on. But the only way you can use it is like pay to go, like a burner phone. I says, "Well, then explain what this confirmation number is." "Well, sir, that's your new phone." I said, "I don't need a new phone. I said, my shock bolt works perfect. Your shock bolt is now a pay to go. I said, then what is this confirmation number? It's for your new phone. I says, why am I getting a new phone? Because my other phone still works. Get this. In order to get the free talk and text, once a phone is shut off, it no longer qualifies. The only way to get the free, but in order to get the free talk and text, you are now a new customer all over again. Can you imagine like Verizon or AT&T, you forget to pay your bill, your phone gets shut off, and they said, well, if you want, your free talk and text phone plan, we got to give you a new phone and a new phone number. You can't have that old phone number unless you're pay to go. So, in order for me to get my free phone, which I've had for years, I'm a new customer all over again. Now, like I say, they must get these phones at $1 a piece because, like I say, my previous phone was an eWoo, and I accidentally one day sat on it. I have a bad habit. I stick it in the back pocket. Well, I got in the car and I heard, and I knew the screen was no good anymore, which it wasn't. So I got a replacement phone, which was the Shock Volt. But that was a replacement on an existing account. Once I forgot to make that phone call before midnight on December 23, I was no longer a customer. I had to recertify. Now, you keep the phone. If I go like to Family Dollar and buy a phone card, I could still use the phone. But if I'm getting a phone for free, why should I pay? Well, in order to get the free talk and text, I have to get a new, who knows what cell phone. Like I say, as a matter of fact, when I got the Shock Volt, no one ever heard of it. I even stopped at the cell phone store up the street. And I showed it to him and I said, do you ever hear of a Shock Volt? And the girl said, no, where did you get that phone? And I said, well, it's an Obama phone. She says, oh, okay. But she couldn't explain where they get them from. I mean, they must get an ocean freighter full of these. Every state gets so many container loads. So in 7 to 10 days, I will have my new phone and my new phone number. Now that don't like I say, there's only 4 or 5 people I call on that phone anyway. But it's kind of ridiculous. Now, I'm sure there's some government write-off or something somewhere along the line that these providers get for issuing these phones. But to me, it makes no sense to have a perfectly good phone that you can't reactivate under the free phone program. I never heard of this. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. But that's what the girl said. In order to get the recertification and the free service, you are now another new customer. Even though everything is the same. So that taught me one lesson, friends. Read your junk mail. From now on, when I get a piece of junk mail from this carrier, I'm going to read every word printed front, back, no matter how many pages. But they do inundate me with a lot of junk mail, believe me. So with that, when I get the new phone, I'll let you know what it is. What off the wall brand it is. Maybe it'll actually come with the Google Play Store. I couldn't upload it into my shock vault. Yeah, I wanted to use it for a sound effects phone. Because my tablet is slowly dying. So I figured, well, I'll upload a sound effects program. Would not let me put the Google Play Store in the app. No way. Couldn't put it in the apps at all. I don't know why. So, with that, before I sign off, one more subscriber, please. One more. I would like to look tomorrow and see the big 3-0. That's all I'm asking. Number 29, like I said, God love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And hopefully I won't drive you crazy. Because I tend to go off subject and ramble on and bitch and moan but one more, please. Get me to the big 3-0. And with that, I will talk at you, friends, tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.